Nomthunzi Lillian Nduzulwana from High Heaven Farm in the Thorne Park area shares with us the difficulties of farming. She informs us about her family-owned land ownership style, highlighting the training her family has received and how essential the training is. Nomthunzi pinpoints bad farming infrastructure and the influence bad roads have on her general turnover.
We moved into High Heaven Farm in 2008, September on the 15th. This farm, we got it through the PLAS program, Proactive Land Acquisition Strategy Program of Land Affairs. And it is about 70 hectares big, and it's mainly doing 150,000 to 200,000 broilers. And also we have a dairy where I'm milking 50 cows, and we also have a piggery on the farm where I'm having about 50 sows who are coming from 100, but most of them I sold them between April and now. And also we are having tunnels where we were mainly doing tomatoes and green beans. And also we have an abattoir on the farm, a chicken abattoir, which was in operation up to June last year. I am the landowner of the property, and my children are involved. I'm trying to encourage them. I was involved in farmer organizations in Berlin, where I was elected as the chairperson of the Buffalo City Municipality Emerging Group, their chairperson in the farmer organization. And I was also involved with NERPO as their provincial secretary. So complaints were coming from the farmers that were active, and where they were informing us that their co-ops were not functioning well. And then we identified a common problem with them. The problem was some don't have farming at heart. Some got involved thinking that the money, the grants that were given by the government will come in money form and it will go to the individuals. They were not aware that this grant was towards buying the property for them. And the farms were most of them were in a wanting state, their infrastructure. It was bad in most farms, and people couldn't go on farming. And in some farms there were no implements to work with. You want to do your fields, you can't do them because you don't have a tractor, you don't have this and that. And it led to a lot of frustration. And in most cases, some stopped farming and they went back to where they were coming from, to the location or to the villages. And there will be a few that will persevere. But in the process of doing that, whatever products or profits they make out of what they were doing on the farm, you will find that the other partners will come and demand a share, though they didn't work, because they say it's also their property, so they deserve a share. And that led to a lot of infightings. And as farmer organizations, we made a proposal to the minister that we think it's important that during before they issue out farms, they must put a lease period on the farms to check for potential farmers. Put the farmers on the farm, because at face value, when you go for an application, we all say we are farmers. And then when we get onto the farm, it's then that they will be able to see who are potential farmers. Yes, we won't be doing everything right, but in most cases, you will see that this person is working and this person is trying. If we can assist this person with ABC, then everything will be fine. And then those farms should be sold to such people. That was the decision that the farmer organizations decided on, and that was the approach that we had with the ministers of agriculture and minister, because agriculture then and land reform were together. And out of the process, the PLUS program came out. And then with PLUS program, you had you were given a choice that you can form a cooperative with a group of people that you may select as people that are interested and make them your partners. Or you can go into that business as a family. So we opted for the one to go into the business as a family. And family with the extended family around. That's how we make it. And we chose those people that were really interested in farming. In fact, all of us in the family, when we started this, we didn't have enough knowledge about farming. Most of the things that I was doing, I was depending on the extension officers from the Department of Agriculture that were stationed at Mdantsane office, and they taught us how to go around. So the quality of milk, the Department of, or the veterinarian section, the inspectors, they will come out to check on our milk, check for TB on our cattle, check if the milk is in a good status and what have you. Now I've got a mentor that was organized by the Department of Agriculture, Troy. Troy is a good farmer and he really advises us and he's very helpful throughout. So at least we have somebody that we can look to on an immediate, when there's an immediate problem, and that assists us immediately. The training that was arranged by the Department of Agriculture for me to go to SAPA helped me a lot, because now I could see that this is not a child's play. You have to be aware of certain things and know that one mistake you do, you lose a lot. So training gives one confidence. Training makes one to be aware of the challenges that are around you. And when you take whatever you do, you produce whatever you produce, you know that there are challenges that may hit you so hard, and you may not be able to stand again if you make such mistakes.
She explains the risk of natural disasters within farming.
The past 3 years were not easy years at all. 2009 in January, I think it was on the 17th of January, a month, we had just planted tomatoes. Then we had gale winds during that period where most of the plastic were gone and destroyed most of our plants. And then in 2010, we had severe drought where all the dams dried up. We had to buy water now from Buffalo City and also from Amatole. So from the trucks just to feed, just to let the cows drink. So we stopped everything. We didn't plant, and anyway, most of our production was destroyed by the wind. In 2011, we had a good year where rain started to come. And our dams were so low, it took some time for them to fill up. And in the process, I remember the April, May, towards the end of April, beginning of May, there was heavy rains around the Thorn Park area. The dams filled up, and unfortunately, the infrastructure on my poultry houses was very bad. When we came in, the poles were already sagging, and the roofs were uneven. So it was an easy target now to the winds and the rain, and some of the asbestos sheet flew away, and we had broilers inside. I remember it was on a Sunday morning. When I opened those houses, I was shocked when all these birds in different stages were swimming, coming through the door, all dead. Over 30,000 died in one night. Also on the piggery side, we lost a lot, about 29 pigs were hit by the sheet of the asbestos, and they were all dead. Our product, mainly the tomatoes, we were selling them through the fresh produce market, and there we had about 12 people that were employed in these tunnels. In the dairy, we had about 6 people that are employed, and also 2 in the piggery. The dairy, the milk from the dairy is being taken by a client from the Transkei, where he is buying all our milk mostly, and what is left we are selling it to the informal market. And also the piggery, the pigs, we take them and we supply the abattoirs, the local abattoirs around us in East London. And with the poultry, we were mainly supplying the spas around us, and some was going to the informal market and also the small businesses. So we need our roads to be done properly, because now people that were coming to buy meat from us or coming to fetch their meat, they couldn't come because they said, Lillian, we can't go any further. Your roads are bad. Our cars are breaking.